Hi everyone, it's Myra Medhurst here. I've just hopped off the podcast that I did this morning and it was epic. It was so off the charts. I'm so just like connected and channeling all this incredible information. It's just coming out in such a beautiful, articulate, concise way now. Here is the most mind-boggling thing, and I said this to the host of the podcast, Dean. He's in Australia. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. This is the most mind-boggling thing for me, is that what I speak about now is what I've been persecuted over and over and over again for. Lifetime after lifetime, I have lost my life for sharing the information and speaking what I speak about. And now there's this weirdest thing happening where it's like, oh, you mean I get to say that and go home safely? You mean I get to speak about this and lay my head on my pillow and rest at night? And I get to wake up the next day and do it all again? It's like the thermostat of my Akashic records, like the thermostat of my cellular structure needs to adjust and accommodate that new information. And so it's just like the most crazy thing, because I'm like, now I get celebrated and invited, and now people want to listen. They're like, what? You've got more to say? I'm like, yeah, I've got libraries and libraries and libraries of information to say. It's like when you can touch into the fifth dimension and realize that you're existing in the unified field in unity consciousness, there is so much to say about the history of humanity and the history of this planet. And I'm not the only one with this ability. We've all got this packed into our DNA and our multidimensional nature of who we are. It's like everyone has this ability. So I was saying to the host, it's like, this is such a trip for me. This is like the wildest ride, because I now get an opportunity to speak so freely and I actually don't lose my life this time round. And so there's actually like an adjustment that I have to go through on a cellular structure. Not only that, I had to kind of expand my field to people now wanting to give me money for the very things that I speak about, the healing abilities, the transmissions that come through my voice. People want to now sit in a temple and pay me money to do the work that it is that I do. And so there's another layer of adjusting the thermostat of my reality to begin to receive even that new script. That's new information for me. So that's an entirely different playing field. But there's one thing I wanted to speak about that I mentioned in the podcast, and it's this, when you're kind of going through the dark night of the soul and humanity is evolving, we're based down in those lower chakras. So it's like the base, the sacral, and the solar plexus. And then you have an experience, usually it's called dark night of the soul, of when all of that, you no longer just want to survive. We're on the narrow train tracks of life. It's like that's no longer going to fit the new story that you have for yourself. And in that, we kind of begin to traverse into the heart. And the heart is the rainbow bridge. It's a gateway. And usually at this point of the awakening process, the individual is actually invited to feel for the first time. Feel the world. Feel the story and the life, feel their existence. And so we're very good, I'd say, humanity at a certain level of understanding the mental plane. It's like we are living so heavily in the minds, and you can take that to the nth degree. But the invitation, the return of the divine feminine is like, can you cross over the gateway of the heart and actually feel your experience? This is the emotional world. The beauty about that is that normally then we come up into the throat, we come up into the third eye, and this is collectively where we are going as a humanity, is ascending and awakening these higher faculties of the higher chakras. We then must move into a space of being able to feel our world and then do what it is that we love. This is such an important piece. This is why Joseph Campbell says, follow your bliss. This is why other big speakers, and there's books, there's whole podcasts around this, like, do what you love. The reason is not just for the enjoyment. There are so many benefits of doing what you love. Here's another thing you probably haven't thought about, is when you do what you love, time stands still. You're actually going into the timeless dimension, which is a beautiful portal. And so athletes and sporting stars speak about this, of like getting in the zone. It's like you can do no wrong. It's if time stood still and you've got all the time in the world to like be able to read your opponent. That's what actually kind of furls and becomes an experience for you. This is why creatives, artists, musicians, or painters, it's like, I just stayed up all night. I was in the zone. It was just channeling through me. I didn't eat. It's like I just could have done it all night. And before I looked at it, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's because you've stepped into the timeless dimension. The timeless dimension is multi-dimensional. You are piercing this reality, and you're touching then into more of the mechanics of the fifth dimension, which is that unified field. This is understanding the unity consciousness. All of humanity has this available to them, and we're invited. It's like the whole kind of cosmic telescope. It's like the lens of viewing this reality is now pointing in this direction. It's like, get into the unified field, everyone. It's like steering the ship in that direction. You're going to feel that on a personal level in your own body. You're going to see that manifest in physical form through synchronicity, magic, telekinesis, bilocation, levitation. All of these multidimensional faculties will begin to come online. This is the new frontier of the human. I love speaking about this stuff. I'm on 3 podcasts next week because it is like the confidence level of me has gone up. My throat, my third eye, I'm seeing color so much in my waking state now. But I invite all of you to begin to cross the gateway of the heart and actually feel the world. Feel the joy, have that childlike wonder, and step into your creativity and do what you love. You'll be entering that timeless dimension. As soon as you do that, you will re-educate and begin to re-embody, become familiar again to your cellular structure of what it means to have the aspects of multidimensionality. And it's going to kiss up against this 3D reality. And then it's the most exquisite dance. The exquisite dance of actually understanding, yeah, I'm here in physical form. I've got a human body. This is my incarnation. At any point, it's like I can pierce that veil and step into the multidimensional aspects of who I am. I've got 1 foot in this reality and 1 foot on the other side of the veil. So I am in this world, but I am not of this world. I'm going to say that again. I'm in this world, fully awake, fully present. I am in this world, but I am not of this world. If you can truly understand that, you will understand a level of service that is absolutely going to blow your mind, and you will have an everlasting vitality, levels of health, levels of service, levels of abundance, because you are calling your magnificence back to yourself. We are so incredibly powerful, and you are literally piercing the veil and holding the pen to script a new story for humanity. I love sharing this information on podcasts. I love you so much. Thank you for listening. If any of this resonates with you, you can come across into the private Facebook group, The Golden Path Experience. It's what I teach of the return of this incredible Renaissance era. It's an energetic Renaissance era. Thanks, Taras. Thanks for listening so much, brother. I'm dropping daily 24-hour coaching, energetic insights, The Golden Path Experience, where we really marriage ascension, process, and marriage that with the enterprise piece. The leading ladies of light are back. We are building out this new beautiful inner architecture of light. It's so exquisite. Thanks for listening, and mwah! I love you, and remember, follow your golden path.